If you guys are in need of any grinding services, hit up my guy Rose NBA on Twitter. From domination to getting you guys a 95 plus overall hidden gem, he does it all. What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over each and every one of the 14 new Lords of Leaping players added into NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Talking about whether they are worth picking up for you guys or not, including the likes of Ruby Xavier McDaniels, who has a 73 ball, and Derrick Jones Jr. with a 79 3-ball and no defense. Now, I've been one to not be very happy with the way 2K has done things this year. I think they, drop cards way too fast. For example, we got LeBron day one, and we're still trying to, I guess, play catch up. Let's start off here with Jeff, I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Trepagnier, 6'4", 73 ball, plays 0 defense, 84 speed, has gold pogo stick. He is unusable. Jarris Walker, 6'7", 78 3 ball, defensively not great, but does have 81 speed. Stat-wise, he's not the worst. KPJ, 6'4", 83 ball, 82 speed, no defense. And a lot of times, and I'm going to talk to you guys, because a lot of times people will say, Ty, you fly through these cards way too fast. Ty, you need to slow down. And I'm just looking at you guys like, look, I can slow down if you really want me to, but these cards stink. What do you want me to slow down for? Like, these cards stink. Most of these cards absolutely cannot play. So, again, that's my, thing to you guys. Desmond Mason, 6'5", 71 3-ball, no defense. I'm not looking at the card. Kenny Walker, 6'8", 57 3-ball, defensively stinks. Not talking about him. Gerald Green, 6'8", Gerald Green, oh my gosh, 84 3-ball, 96 driving dunk. He's got no defense, but offensively, Gerald Green is incredibly good. So here's our first card that at least gives you guys something on the court. Now, I'm not sitting up here and saying that he is perfect. I'm not sitting up here and saying you must pick this card up. But at least Gerald Green is a usable card on this game. Xavier McDaniel, kind of already talked about him, 6'7", 73 ball, defensively, 85s, 80 speed. Honestly, he's not the worst. I just wish his 3-ball was higher. Derrick Jones Jr. up next, 79 3-ball, 85 standing dunk, 95 driving dunk, block, steal, all those things are okay. 82 speed, 5 gold badges, 8 on silver. Derrick Jones Jr. is fine. I can't hate on the card a whole ton. Tom Chambers up next, 6'10", 83 3-ball, 95 standing driving dunk, defensively not great. Does have an 82 interior, which is okay. Rebounding wise, fine. Tom Chambers stinks as well. So we've went through all the cards, every single one of the budget-ish cards, amethyst or lower, and 0 of them are playable. Xavier McDaniel, I guess, could be playable if you're really wanting to reach. But I'm telling you, these cards are not good. They're not cards that I'm looking at that are like, yeah, let's go. Let's add these cards to the squad, because honestly, these cards are not great. So that's what I'm looking at with these cards. Again, if you want to hype up any of these amethyst or below cards, I don't know what to tell you. Nate Robinson, 5'9", 96 midi 3-ball, 98 driving dunk, 94 ball handle. Defensively not great, 98 speed. Badge wise is okay, has some gold badges, has some Hall of Famers. I can't hate a whole ton on the badges of Nate Robinson, or really even the stats of Nate Robinson. But what I can hate on is the fact that this card is 5'9". Look, I use 6 foot Chris Paul, but there's a big difference between 6 foot Chris Paul and 5'9" Nate Robinson. This card is nearly unusable. Terrence Ross up next, 6'7", 93 ball, 97 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 84 perimeter, 88 speed. Badge-wise, stinks. Like, honestly, T. Ross offensively is pretty good. Defensive stats stink. He's only got 88 speed, and they made him so badge-wise. Like, again, another card I would have no issues running in Terrence Ross. I feel like normally T. Ross doesn't have the best cards, but he's normally at least usable. This year, badge-wise, they made this card horrible. And I don't know why. I don't know why 2K wants to make all of these cards so mediocre, so mid. T. Ross, not great. Bob McaDoo up next. 6'9", 78 3-ball, 98 standing driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 94 block, 94 interior, 92 perimeter, 89 speed, perfect rebounding, 94 speed. badge-wise, ideal for Bob McaDoo. This is our first card that I'm like, okay, sign me up for Bob McaDoo. Now, some people are like, Ty, well, he's missing a lot of badges. Not really. Give him on-ball menace, give him immovable, maybe interceptor, and then maybe, you give him, I don't know, limitless if you want, slippery off-ball, or off-ball pest challenger if you want. Like, he is missing some badges, but people are gassing it. Like, he's still badged up, gonna have 26 badges, which is plenty for the card. Now, I want to show you guys the release of Bob McaDoo because it's a release, honestly, I've not personally shot with this year. So, do want to show you guys that. Release-wise looks interesting, but it's quick. Like, again, it's going to take you and me a little bit of getting used to the release of Bob McaDoo, but it's really kind of similar to Jaren. Honestly, the way I'd look at it, and I'm talking about, like, the upper is similar to Jaren. The way I'd look at Bob McaDoo's release is this. It's super quick. It's one of those releases for a big man that is incredible. You got to stay attached to Bob McaDoo because he is going to be able to get that release up. So that is one thing as well for Bob McaDoo that I really do like. Now, when I look at the hotspots for Bob McaDoo, he doesn't have any hotspots. I mean, some people aren't going to love that, but at least to me, he doesn't have any cold spots. Because when I was shooting around with him in shoot around here, I was like, okay, is Bob McaDoo going to have cold spots in game? No, he has no hotspots, no cold spots, so that's what it is. But I'm telling you right now, Bob McaDoo is going to be one of the best power forwards, one of the best big men in the entire game. The rest of this drop, I could care less about, but I love me some Bob McaDoo. Gerald Wallace up next, 6'7", 84 3 ball, 65 steady dunk, 95 driving dunk, 86.0 defensively. Really solid. 88 speed. Wish that was a little bit higher. Honestly, I don't think that speed rating is great. Hall of Fame poster, challenger, immovable, physical finisher, on-ball menace, 18 gold badges. Honestly, guys, the only way I would run Gerald Wallace is if I grinded for the 10 box today and got him. Otherwise, I don't love Gerald Wallace, especially for the price he's going to be. Like, he's fine. Like I said, if you grind for that box and you get Gerald Wallace, sure, the card can play. I'm not gonna sit up here and say the card can't play, because if you do all that, he absolutely can play. But that would be the only way I'd run Gerald Wallace. I mean, other than that, I just think the card is meh. Let's check out the release of Gerald Wallace. Meh. This card, to me, is okay, not great. Not nearly as good as Bob McaDoo. Like, even in his release, it's not a horrible release. It's just not super quick. And so that's just another thing that I'm looking at. I do like his leaner, though. I mean, again, I got to get used to greening it, but his leaner looks okay to me. I just do not love the Gerald Wallace card. Now, if I got him for free, would I use him? Probably, but I still do not love Gerald Wallace as far as an overall card. He's fine. Just don't love him. Last but certainly not least, DeMar Derozan. Galaxy Opal 6'7", 82 3 ball, and 80 standing dunk, 98 driving dunk, 90 ball, and defensively pretty solid. That's the one thing nobody's going to be able to take away from DeMar Derozan is he plays a lot of defense. Badge-wise, fine. 19 on gold, 28 base badges. You guys can see how if you badge up Paint Patroller, give him immovable, brick wall, rebound chaser, pick dodger, maybe limitless. That's probably what I would give DeMar Derozan. He's going to be even slightly better. But we got to remember, DeMar Derozan, in the past couple of years, ever since they introduced Pro Play, is not as good as he once was. And I'm not hating on Derozan for what he is, but we as a 2K community need to realize that he's not what he once was. The Kings, man, they blew another game last night. It's sad. Derozan had a chance to game them, I think. At least I wasn't watching it because I had my tournament, but I think he had a chance to game them, and he missed the shot. But release-wise, I mean, it's honestly not the worst. It isn't the quickest release in the game, though. And so that is something to think about for DeMar Derozan. I don't necessarily hate his release, but I do wish it maybe was a little bit quicker. So those are the couple of things that I'm noticing with Derozan. His leaner is not great. Again, his release is actually pretty chick. Like, I'm greening a lot with that release. But as far as everything else about the card, movement-wise, doesn't look great. As far as his player ability, he's going to be fine. And defensively, Derozan's going to be okay. So I'm not just going to hate a ton on Derozan. I just think the card is okay. I mean, that's really where I'm at with Derozan. If you want to run him, you absolutely can. I wish his 3-ball was a little bit higher, but this card is going to be way overpriced and not super good. I didn't know what the budget cards for sure would be. But last night when I quickly broke down the cards, there's one card today to look to pick up. It is Bob McaDoo. As far as the rest of the cards, very mid, very mediocre. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.